And we are back. Pokemon White 2 Hardcore Nuzlocke. The run continues here. Looks like we have a nice boss battle right before we get to the Elite Four. Colress, this mad scientist that we run into a couple times from Team Plasma. So he definitely wants to let us know who's boss. And his team is pretty stacked, mainly steel types, got some electric types in there. The Magnezone is definitely a problem. And I noticed his team comp before I got there, and this is the team I had at the time that I cleared the Team Plasma ship with, and it is not equipped at all to deal with his team. So I had to come back here and level up a whole different team, B team here. And so let's jump right to it and look at the team we have assembled. It's not perfect by any means. I do believe we're going to lose 2 or 3 potentially, depending on how it goes, since multiple Pokemon have Sturdy. I think that's going to pose quite an issue for us. But some of these Pokemon, I think I would have liked the option to run them in the Elite Four, but overall, I think most of my Elite Four candidates are still in the PC and are going to be safe. That being said, since I don't have them, if I get swept here, I'm going to be absolutely devastated. But I don't think we will, so I'm not going to get too greedy with the swaps. If someone needs to sacrifice for a clean swap, I think we're just going to go with that. But we have a bunch of different avenues we can run this fight. We're just going to start off with the Sandslash. She's been with us for quite a while, and we are just going to see how many she can take out single-handedly, and then go from there. Again, not going to get too greedy with the swapping, and let's dive right into it. Let's take out this mad scientist, and I mean, if we get out of this without losing anybody, I would be absolutely floored. But I am expecting casualties. I think this is going to be a very bloody battle. So Colress comes down here, starts off with the Magneton, and again, this is Gen 5 and up, so Sturdy is completely different. It does negate the one shot. You don't have to use like Horn Drill or Sheer Coal. It's an actual, if you're at full health, you can eat any attack that might kill you otherwise, which is super nice. So if this was a different battle, I'd love to get some Swords Dance in and ramp up here, but it's not. So we're just going to go right for the Earthquake. And we are actually slower, which is devastating. So that's going to be a massive problem. And look at that damage. I think Sandslash is just the cutest sacrifice. Yeah, Magneton being faster is an absolute problem, and then you couple that with the Sturdy. Now, if we were faster, we could really just keep firing Earthquake and overcome the Sturdy, but I think a full Restore is going to come down here, so we're just going to go ahead and Earthquake again and negate the full Restore, and I do believe Avarice is going to go on here and visit the graveyard. And we're not bringing flowers, but we're bringing him, instead. Poor guy. So some nice heals here. I don't think Flash Cannon has a chance of missing. If it does, but switches to the Tri-Attack. Can we survive a Tri-Attack from a Magneton? If we do, we do not, and Avarice goes on ahead here. So right here, right now, I honestly just want somebody who is faster, so we don't have to take any damage. So definitely not there. Potentially with the Gligar and the quick. So we need to beat 76 speed. So I think we're just going to throw out our fastest, which is the Gligar. And I did not evolve this one or the Chandelure because I did not have a Razor Fang or a Dust Stone. So unfortunately, we're working with the pre-evolutions, but we will be okay there. So do I just go for the Bulldoze and finish off the Magneton, or do we swap out to someone new with the U-turn Cheese? Because he's just at 1 HP. Honestly, probably... Let's do that. Let's just use the U-turn. We're faster, so this should kill, even though it's going to do so little damage. But we're going to utilize that free swap, and I don't think it's going to tell us who they're going to swap into first. So let's go ahead and get one of our fire types, I think, either Pompeii or Adele here. Let's go ahead for it. Now, I don't know how accessible Flamethrower is in this game, but it would be fantastic if we could take that. But we don't have it. We have Flame Burst, I believe, which isn't quite as good. But we are against the Metang here. So let's see. I think we just go straight for the Flame Burst. Let's see if we're faster. We are. I do not believe that's going to one-shot, but it should two-shot here. Okay? Gets us in range, and the agility comes down. So I don't think Metang has anything that would hit for super effective, so we should be able to squeak out of this one. Oh, I am so mistaken. Rock Slide comes down. Please do not one-shot the Chandelier. All right, our little lamppost here. Flame Burst connects, and we do get the second kill. So we are down Avarice. Adele is hanging on here, and Kling Klang comes down. So I do believe we're faster. It does have an air balloon, so it will dodge a potential ground type move here. Kling Klang is just steel. So I think we're just going to go for the Flame Burst, get the damage down, and then say goodbye. Oh gosh, shift gear. What does that do? Is that like speed? That is, I have not seen this one before. Speed rose sharply. Attack rose. Oh my gosh. So you get a little attack and then an agility boost there. We are going to do half damage. So if we can survive whatever this is, we will get a third kill. Another shift gear comes down. The greed in his geary soul right there. And that will be Kling Klang's final mistake, an absolute blunder on their part there. Could have absolutely killed our Chandelure, or pre-Chandelure, I should say. And wow, okay, we're holding on here. We are doing great. Adele is showcasing what she has to offer, and now we are against a psychic type. We could just go for the insured damage. Hex will do about 180 power after stab, and super effective is taken into account. Now, if we Will-O-Wisp, we can double that and definitely get the kill, but Will-O-Wisp has a chance of missing. So honestly, let's go for the insured damage here. This is not going to hit as much as a potential Shadow Ball, but we do not have that, and it is not enough to two-shot. I do believe that is Sayonara here for our lamp. All right, so 2 casualties. I will take that. I will absolutely take that. And now we are in a position. So Magnezone is still chilling, which is my biggest fear. So I'm going to go ahead and get the Electros down. And we do have access to Crunch, which I do think will one-shot given Electros's physical damage and the fact that Behem, I don't even know how you say that, the Psychic Boy here has already taken damage. So let's just go for the Crunch. The Quick Claw comes down, compensating for the lack of speed here, and we get the Crunch off. Will that be enough to kill the floating Psychic? And it is. Behemoth, I don't even know how you say that, but Psychic Floaty is down and the Magnezone is out and about here. So Electric Steel, the ultimate Magneton, coming in clutch here. Oh goodness. So incredible special attack, incredible defense. I do believe we're just going to Thunder Wave and lock this boy down. And Magnezone is thinking the same thing here. And I'm not sure. Oh my gosh, gets the paralysis, and then we are not able to do what we need to do. Flash Cannon comes down. How much damage are we talking here onto our eel? And that is okay damage. So Thunder Wave we respond with, and all right, that actually makes me feel a lot better about this now that big boy is locked down a little bit. Let's go for a Crunch and see how much damage that can do. So let's see here. All right, potentially can eat one more. We get out of the paralysis and get the damage down. That physical defense is fantastic. And that was a critical hit. Oh my gosh. So we are at the point here where we potentially can swap, but we can't swap into Gilco because the steel's going to one-shot him basically. Pompey's going to take decent damage from that because the special attack isn't great. And then so is Gligar. So, given all of that, I think we see this through to the end. As I said before, I don't want to mess with the potential sweep, but the quick claw comes down. Do we dodge the paralysis? And as you can see, we do not. And another flash cannon. I do believe our eel is going down here. And Electros was definitely one that I was thinking about for the Elite Four, but it's kind of in between because it's really slow, but it has incredible physical attack, which we don't even have a physical electric move right now. So it's kind of awkward. But that being said, Electra, I am so sorry, but you will join everyone else in the deceased box. And that hurts to see. Glad we got to use her for the time that we did. But that is our third casualty and taking the fall here. And now what do we do? So we could go Katrina, do 180 with Bulldoze. Pompeii would be doing so much with Earthquake. Also, the Fire. Let's do it. Let's get Pompeii in there. Let's get this big camera up and see what we can do. So Magnezone has worse special defense, not by much, but let's go. So 70 goes to 100, about 200. Earthquake goes. Oh, that's just so much more with the super effective. Oh, and Earthquake's 4 times. What am I even saying? Earthquake is 4 times. This should kill, honestly. Unless Magnezone's defense is just ungodly, which it is very high. This should kill, and it does. The big old chubby camel comes in clutch here and finishes the job. That paralysis coming out huge as well. And we make it out. We have lost half of the B team here, but we managed to beat Colress, and that is what we needed to do. So I do believe that really does basically conclude the story. I think there's a little bit more here after the Mad Scientist, but then it is Victory Road and the Elite Four, and I am so excited. And yeah, I've got some options. I think we'll have a good team put together for this Elite Four run, so I'm really excited about it. And I won't hold you here any longer. So thank you much. Thank you much. As always, thank you so much for your time. I really do appreciate it. And I will catch you on the flip. Peace.